Okay, so then you moved there and you picked a town 3 hours outside of Warsaw. That's probably a really good idea because Warsaw has become quite expensive.
Yes,
Is
yes, yes,
is the town you chose, Rzeszow, is it affordable compared to what
yes.
we see in the US? It is.
So affordable.
Okay.
Um, the we had a neighbor who had an apartment just like ours, and they were paying 2,000 zloty a month on their apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Now we were paying like 650, but we pay administration for the apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and it's now like 730.
Can I ask you a quick favor? Adventure Freaks is growing, but over 80% of you watching right now aren't subscribed yet. If you love tips on affordable living and retiring abroad, hit that subscribe button. It's free and it really helps us grow. All right, so today we are heading over to Europe, to the beautiful country of Poland with my new friend, Monique Joiner Siedlak. Did I get that right?
That is correct.
Yes. All right. Well, Monique, thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to do the podcast. How you doing?
Great.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, let's first start by giving the viewers a little bit of backstory about you, who you are, where you're from, and how you landed in Poland.
Okay, well, I was born and raised in Long Island, New York, moved to Florida. That's where my mom's family's from after my dad passed, and met my husband 2010, who was actually from where we're sitting now, Rzeszów, Poland. When we first got married, he asked me if I'd ever moved to Poland, and I
Uh,
said, no, no, I wasn't going to do it. But I started writing again, and the way the royalties were coming in, and we saw that my royalties could, cover living in Poland if we had to live on just what I made.
hmm.
So we made the decision to move after his dad passed in 2019. But then COVID hit and we were
Hmm.
stuck. So, but I still say that was a good thing because we were able to save more
Hmm.
and get the house ready for sale because I had decided to sell the house because all
Okay.
of my kids moved away.
Okay. So, so you moved down to Florida. Your husband, you met and you ended up getting married. He is a Polish national. Is that correct?
Yep. Hmm.
Okay, but he was living in the US.
Yeah, he moved when he was 18.
Okay. All right. So then you were reluctant to move to Poland, but then something happened and you eventually gave in and you left.
Yeah.
Why did you leave?
Why? Well, all the kids are grown. Well, all my kids are grown. His kids are also. But it was a big house. I bought the house for me and the kids, and it ended up being just me and him. And he was the reason that I started writing again.
Okay.
So because of that, and ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a writer who traveled. So
Oh.
that's what I do.
So you're living your dream now. So
Exactly.
what city did you guys choose in Poland?
We moved to Rzeszów, which is it's like southeastern of Poland.
Okay.
It, it's the city where he was born and raised.
Not sure which country is the best fit for your move abroad? The Ideal Destination Finder takes the guesswork out of the process. It's a customized 22 question assessment that reveals your top 3 destinations based on your lifestyle, priorities, and budget. Instead of spending months researching and second guessing, you'll get a clear, personalized shortlist to guide your next step abroad. and it could save you thousands by avoiding the wrong move. You can get started now at adventurefreaks.com. Just scroll down a little bit and you'll see the ideal destination finder on the left. Just click it and start the assessment. I also put the link in the description, or you can click the QR code above. Now let's get back to the video. How do you pronounce it again?
Rzeszów.
Rzeszow.
Yes.
Wow. It sounds like Jessoff.
Yep.
Rzeszow. Okay. So describe what Rzeszow looks like? How big is it? What is it like?
If I remember correctly, there's over 100,000 people here.
Okay.
It reminds me of, I want to say, like the suburbs, like in the Bronx and Brooklyn.
Oh, wow.
With all the apartments around. But if you go further out, you will hit houses.
Okay. All right. So, does it have any kind of like a piazza or a square where there's cafes outside?
Yeah, there's a center square where the beer gardens are every single year. The Christmas tree goes up. They put all the Christmas booths out.
Okay. So it sounds like it's quite a pretty town.
Oh, yeah, very pretty.
And how far is it from the capital of Warsaw?
Ooh, I think Warsaw is if you go by bus, because I've seen the sign now, it's like 3 hours. But that's also up north.
Okay. So a 3-hour bus ride. Do you know what that bus ride costs if you take the bus?
$39.
39 is that round trip or one?
No, one way per person. Correction, it's not $39. It's 39 zloty.
Okay. And do you know what that is in USD?
We usually round it out by 3.5 to 3.4 of whatever it is. So I'd say about $9.
So it's $9, so $18 round trip, approximately, to get to Warsaw and back. That's a 6-hour round trip drive. Okay, so that's very affordable. Do you guys have a train station there in the town?
Yep, the train station that they just finished remodeling 3 weeks ago. It might be a 5-minute walk from here.
Okay. All right. And that gets you pretty much anywhere around Poland and Europe?
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's great. And do you guys have an airport?
The airport, if I can remember how to say it, Yashanka, is maybe 30 minutes away by bus.
Okay. And is that an international airport?
Yes, it is. That's how we go now. We used to go through Krakow, but now we go that way.
Okay. And here's the big question. Okay. So you mentioned you were reluctant to move. You said you'd never do it. And then you took the plunge and you moved to all places, Poland. Was there culture shock? I mean, what was your first experience getting there, landing there, and observing this?
Well, my actual first time in Poland was 2012.
Okay.
My husband wanted to see his dad. He hadn't seen his dad because dad came back to Poland. His mom stayed in Michigan, so he hadn't seen him. So, but my eyes were wide open. I'm like, it's different because all the buildings are older. That's how they're older buildings, and many of them they are trying to renovate now, so they don't have to tear them down. But my first time here, and I'm gonna say, was the stairs. Oh my God, stairs, people staring at me. That drove me crazy. But now, yeah, I felt like a fish in a bowl. That's why. But now it's like, hey, you want to take a picture with me? Come on, take a picture with me.
You're like a rock star there.
That's how I keep trying to tell myself. I tell myself that. Look at it that way. Like, I'm here. Yes. The party can begin.
What's your impression of the food there when you come from you're coming from Long Island, which to me, New York City, come on, they have the best food in the world. But you got
Yes.
now you're in Poland. I mean, so what's your impression of the food and that experience?
Well, for me, it still hasn't changed because my mom, she knew a lot of Polish people where she worked at. So she would bring Polish food home. And sad to say, the only thing that I liked was the kielbasas. That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
My sister loves pierogies. I
Yeah.
do not like them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're very pierogies are I like them. They're like a dumpling, right? They're
Yeah.
kind of like dumplings, but they're heavy food. I mean, they're
Yeah.
if you eat too many of them, look out. You got to go for a run. But man, are they I like the dumpling pierogies, man. Those are good. Okay, so then you moved there and you picked a town 3 hours outside of Warsaw. That's probably a really good idea because Warsaw has become quite expensive.
Yes.
Is
Yes. Yes.
is the town you chose, Rzeszow, is it affordable compared to what
Yes.
we see in the US? It is.
So affordable.
Okay.
Um, the we had a neighbor who had an apartment just like ours, and they were paying 2,000 złotych a month on their apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Now we were paying like 650, but we pay administration for the apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and it's now like 730. Oh, and yeah, the apartment actually belongs to us. We
Okay.
don't pay rent. We actually own this apartment. It
Okay.
was, yeah, it was left to my husband.
I see. So when you say 730, is that $730 per month that you have to pay?
730 zloty,
Okay.
which we added it up the other day. It's like 250
250 per month,
dollars per month.
$250 that you guys pay per month. Now, you own this apartment. Why are you paying 250 per month?
The way it works is anybody can buy an apartment, okay, but
Mhm.
you have to be a Polish citizen to buy a house
Okay.
because they don't want people who are not Polish to own Polish land.
I see.
So we own the apartment, but we don't own the land. So
Okay.
that 250 is like for garbage and everything else, kind of like
A maintenance fee.
yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys own this apartment for the viewers watching that would like to maybe head over, spend a few months, explore. What would they be and before buying, they're gonna want to rent. What do rentals go for in this area?
Like I said, there was a neighbor who had the same exact layout as ours that was paying 2,000. That's Vortex, so that's probably about four. Let's just round it off to 500. It's easy
Okay.
if I do it to in fourth, so about $500. There, I've seen others for like 19, but they're like smaller.
Okay. How big is the $500 apartment?
Theirs is like ours, so it's got the living room, the kitchen, and one bedroom with the bathroom.
Okay. So it's
But
a you got a lot of space.
well, coming from a three-bedroom, one office, two and a half bath house, I don't
Not so
know.
much.
I downsized a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, it sounds like you have a spacious apartment for $500
Oh yeah,
in a very
yeah, yeah.
beautiful city.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you can get them for less, you're saying? Probably. You
It
said,
depends. It
okay.
all depends where it is
Okay.
because we're in the center. They consider this area the center
Okay.
because the train station is 5 minutes away. There's a bus stop, maybe another 5 minutes away. All the stores are in walking distance
Okay.
everywhere,
So you live in the center, so you can I'm guessing you can pretty much walk everywhere you need.
everywhere.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's pretty impressive and that's amazing that you can find rentals in these areas for $500. But if you move out a little bit, how much do you think the rentals drop in price?
I don't think that they drop. I think it goes from apartment to houses
Okay.
because I mean, I see a lot of apartments being built now,
Yeah.
and that's like I said, that's just this area. But if you go out further, the houses, I mean, the apartments become houses. I mean, we have a few houses around, and I know there was one on the corner that was renting for, I think it was like 2,300, but
Okay.
it's like it was one floor
Okay.
of the house because the way the houses are built, you know, they build it for multi generational families.
Yeah.
So both floors are exactly the same. It's just whatever floor you live on.
And the Polish currency of 2,300 is called what?
Zloty, ZLO,
Okay, zloty. Yeah,
just
zloty.
ZL.
So 2,300 is currently $632. That's what that rental is for. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's very cheap compared to Long Island.
Oh, don't tell me. The house I grew up in, I saw they were selling for $500,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my dad bought it for like 50.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's like that all over the US now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is exploding and everywhere. Now, do these rentals when you rent, do they include utilities or are utilities typically separate?
Utilities are usually separate.
Okay. All right. And what do they approximately go for? What do you guys pay per month on utilities there?
Let's see. Gas, we just got a gas bill. It was like 45 zloty, but we get one every 3 months.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it's about 15.
that's about $15 every 3 months. So for gas, you're paying $5 per month.
Yeah.
Okay. How about water?
Water, that is with the administration.
Okay, so that's covered in the administration. How
Mm-hmm.
about electric?
Electric is, I think, because our bill is coming up, it's like 630, 640 every other month. What's that? 320 a month.
320, and that's in the Zolty though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is in USD? What is it
Like I
again?
said,
You
about
said
80, 90,
you said 320.
320.
Let me see. It's 80, actually 90 for electric.
80, 90, yeah.
Yeah, between 80 and $90. Okay. And then what do you pay for Wi-Fi? And did you get a cell phone there? And what do you pay for a cell phone?
We've got a cell phone because I still need to have a US number for the
Hmm.
bank, and he also needed a US number. And the cell phone and Wi-Fi, internet, they're both connected. They're
Okay.
together. So that's 240 a month.
Okay. 240 Zolty. So that's $66 for both your cell phone and your Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm. And the cable is 48.
Okay. And you pay for cable too.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's for him. That's for him. I stream everything I gotta watch.
And then the 48 is 48 USD?
No,
No, that's
no.
okay. So it's $13 for the cable. Great information. All right. And how are groceries there? Not moving away too long ago, groceries have exploded in the US.
Oh,
Are they affordable there? I mean, what do you guys think you budget per month for groceries?
we just went shopping Saturday and I spent 230 zloty. And
Okay.
that wasn't even everything because we still have to go to the meat market.
Okay. So what do you think you average per month?
No, that's about it. We usually between Badranka and the meat market, because there's a market close by, we probably spend about 350 a month.
Zolty?
Yep.
350 Polish currency. That's so you're paying that's saying you're paying under $100 per month for groceries to feed you two.
I'm gonna put it like this. I like steak. I am
Okay.
a steak eater, so
But
yeah.
$100 a month is cheap. Uh, s- Okay, so you're paying about $100 a month for both of you in Poland to eat per
Hmm.
month, not a
Per
week,
month.
per month.
No, 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 no. This is just grocery shopping.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you find that the groceries are considerably cheaper in Poland compared to the United States?
Yes. I will probably spend, and I'm gonna do it as a US, $15 for about 6, 7 pieces of steak. And
Oh,
they're kind of
wow.
thick too. Yeah, and
Wow.
that will last me the whole month.
Wow. Okay. And how is the steak over there?
Fresh from the cow.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fresh from the cow. It ain't wrapped in as yeah, it's not packaged up. And I mean, they do have it packaged in the store, but I prefer to get it straight from the market,
Yeah, yeah.
and they
Okay.
cut it right there.
Okay, great. And do you guys ever go out to eat? And if you do, what type of like a local restaurant, how much do they charge for a typical meal and what does a typical meal consist of?
Um, the last place we went to is this place called Crazy Pig. I love it. They have the best ribs in town. And that was it 120 or maybe 130 because I got a bigger slab that time. I didn't need that. That fries, chicken. Yeah. That's one place we go to. Another place we go to, which it's not really walking distance, but we walk it anyway for pizza and hamburgers. And that bill is usually about $200 because I always get extra hamburgers to bring back with me because it's a long walk.
Uh-huh. So you go out to eat and you'll spend 200 USD dollars
Zloty.
Zolte.
Hmm.
Okay. So
About 50
that's
dollars.
about $50 to go out to eat for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
But you also bring extra food home. Okay, so is that a typical meal that is that what you're going to spend 25 bucks a piece each time you guys go out?
Yeah, yeah. We don't spend that much. I mean, we don't go because he loves to cook. He does all the cooking.
Okay.
So he gets his fresh ham hock, and I mean great. I mean, we're talking big ham hocks. I showed
Yeah.
one. I showed one to my mother, and my mother was like, "Oh my God, bring me one," because it was so big, and it'll last him like 2, 3 days easy.
Okay. All right, great. Okay, and we already covered transportation, but do they also have any ride share there or any
Yep,
taxis or anything?
they have free now. They have Uber. They have Bolt.
Okay. And do they deliver food as well?
Yep,
They do it all.
they do it all. Of course, if I want the food, I have to walk it. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so now Monique, we're at this point where, you know, it's I cover entertainment, things to do. You're married, you're in this new country with the love of your life. What do you guys do for entertainment and fun?
Explore.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, seriously. Last week was it mobility week in Europe?
Okay.
So the bus rides were free last Monday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we ended up hopping the bus and went to another town just to look at it because hadn't been there. He was there like 30, 40 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So, we're sitting there looking at, to explore. I mean, and it was very small. It was, I believe there's like 3,300 people in that town. But
Okay. Do you remember
I
the
mean,
name of it?
Teshin, uh,
Tesh.
Tychin.
Okay. And how far away is that from the town from Rzeszow where you live?
About 8 kilometers.
Oh, so it's close by.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I think many people from there come here to work.
I see. Okay, and what makes this town interesting and special? And it's close by. You did a day trip, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a quick trip. Like I said, very small, and it was very, very hilly. I
Okay.
mean, it's hilly around here, but this I even told them it's like we were hiking up to Moskioko. That's how steep the walk is.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh, yeah, preparing for our next climb down there, over there.
So good hiking out there.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Did I ask you yet about visa requirements and what?
No, you did not.
Okay, so let's look at the visa requirements for you to move there, for the retirees considering moving to Poland. What are the visa requirements and what is there an income requirement that they need to meet to be able to move to Poland?
The first thing is to make sure you have a place to stay before you start.
Okay, that's
That's the
tricky.
first thing.
That's
Yeah.
tricky.
Well, no, you can go and like sign up to stay at an Airbnb. I mean, we stayed at
Okay.
an Airbnb for like 3 months while they were renovating this apartment.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, if because you're gonna need an address and
I see.
something from whoever you're renting from.
Okay.
Uh, bank statements.
Okay.
You need that bank statements and all of your ID, like your birth certificate and anything else, which will have to be translated into
Yes.
Polish, of course. And that's basically it. I
Okay.
know, yeah, people think it is easier for me because, my husband's Polish. No, I had to go through the same exact thing.
Did you have to show a proof of income? A lot of countries say you need to make sure in your pension or your income you make a certain
Yeah.
amount to qualify to move there.
They just want to make sure that you can, how do I put it? Like the basics, like
Mhm.
$1,000, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah.
Okay.
See,
So
me, I wanted more. So,
yeah. Do you know do they have a retirement visa? Is that what you're on, or what kind of visa do you have?
oh, no, no, no. My husband's retired. So he's just retired from the US because he never worked in Poland.
Okay.
I still work. I
Okay.
write and publish books. So
Okay.
that's my income.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. So you guys obviously you showed that you proved that you make $1,000+ per month, and that was good enough for them to allow you to move there.
Yes. And you also have to go through a background check.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The last thing that everybody is always concerned about when moving to a country is the health care. And
Ah,
how do you access, do they have a public healthcare system in Poland?
yes.
What is the system like? How does an expat moving there access it? Do they have to pay anything per month?
Yes. Because uh, a it's a country thing, so you have to actually work in Poland to contribute to it. If you've never worked there, like my husband, you have to pay. You pay
Okay.
so much down, and then it's like $1,500 down, and then after that, it's yeah, I'm calculating in my head. It's like $200 a month.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to go that route. You can go ahead and get your own insurance, like Cigna.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can go through Cigna and get insurance. Theirs, which is what I have, it's like was it $500 a month? Yes, $500 every quarter. So
Okay.
2,000 a year.
Okay. So you're paying less than 200 per month for your insurance, is that a comprehensive insurance coverage for you?
Yep.
So if you go to the doctor, is it pretty much covered and paid for, or do they have co-pays like they do in the
There
US?
are co-pays. There are co-pays. I
Okay.
mean, I could have gone higher without the copay, but I didn't because I rarely get sick.
Okay.
And
So
oh, I shouldn't have said that.
yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
So Cigna, did you find a policy through an insurance company in Poland, or did you get
Yes.
it? You did. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. So that's great information. So you can either do, it sounds like there is a public healthcare system that's about 200 a month. Is that what your husband is on?
Yes.
Okay. And then you chose to go the private route of
Yes.
obtaining a private insurance.
Yeah, because they wouldn't cover him because he has medical issues.
Oh, I see. So Cigna wouldn't
Yeah.
cover him, so he had to
Right. Right. Yeah.
stay within the public system.
Yeah. Because he's got a defibrillator, and they
I
wouldn't
see.
cover it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's Monique. We just ran through everything. I mean, this is a big change in anybody's life, moving abroad. Is there anything else that you can think of that we didn't discuss that could help the viewers considering moving to Poland?
I've been trying to get my kids to move, and they're like afraid. Um,
What are they
the
afraid of?
I don't know. I think it's probably my mom talking, but the jobs here are not as great as they are in Warsaw. You can
Yes.
find jobs, but they're not going to be like the kinds you would find in Warsaw,
Right.
which, you know, hence the rent being lower. If you go to
Hmm.
Warsaw, of course, you're going to probably pay double,
Yes.
if that.
Yes.
But it's, I like it. Like I said, I like it here. I mean, if if you think that you're going to be at the beach all the time, it's not going to happen because we probably had very few days of hot weather, more cold.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you don't want the cold weather, yeah, you Poland would not be the place for you. But if you're like, hey, I can go someplace else in the summer and spend, you know, wintertime,
Mhm.
be a snowbird in Europe, hey,
Yeah.
that's another thing there because flights are cheap. You can go just about anywhere just from one spot.
Do you find that the weather there is comparable to the weather in New York, where you're from?
Yep,
It
yep,
is.
just like it. Sometimes it smells like it. It's so scary.
Okay.
It's like, oh, I remember that smell when I was growing up.
Okay. And then for you, you're still working. A lot of
Hmm.
people that move overseas, they're always trying to figure out what can I do to supplement income. I'm going to be retired. I'd love to make some side income. A lot of retirement visas and countries prevent people from working in the country.
Hmm.
How do you make a living? How are you doing it?
Um, but first off, I write and publish books.
Okay.
I format books. I also have a course on self-publishing.
Okay.
And I also have like guides for expats also,
Okay.
moving, scouting areas and stuff like that there.
Okay. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll get the links of all that information so that people can find you and access that information. Do you have a website, Monique?
Yes. Okay. It is Mojo Siedlak, MOJOSIEDLAK.com.
All right, and that's where they can access this information that you provide.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of books are you writing?
I write books on Wicca spirituality under one name.
Okay.
Another name, I write paranormal, like supernatural if you ever watch the show Supernatural.
Mhm.
Another pen name, it's romance. Whatever I want to write, I just write it. And if I don't have a name for it, I give it a new name.
And where do we find your books?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere.
So share those links as well.
I will.
And we'll put them in the description for anybody interested in purchasing them. Are they on Amazon?
Amazon, Kobo, Barnes and Noble, Apple, Google,
Okay, you're everywhere.
everywhere.
So you're living the dream. That's fantastic.
Yep.
You get to
Childhood
travel.
dream.
You've always wanted to be a writer. You've always wanted to travel, and now you are living overseas in Europe, and you're writing and making a career out of it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Monique, I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time out
No
of your day
problem.
to share all this helpful information. I truly appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, and you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you.